Hi, Joe Cerrone.
And Alan Rozan.
Welcome to CAD 117 Intermediate AutoCAD. And we're creating this video as an introduction and orientation meeting. So we have the D2L course shell, and you can access this by going to your URL and typing in d2l.oakton.edu, and that will get you to our course, which is CAD 117 Intermediate AutoCAD. And we'll be using this course shell to manage the course. Since this is an online asynchronous course, we will be putting together a weekly Zoom classroom meeting. And our first meeting is scheduled for Tuesday the 19th at 10:45. And to attend that meeting, you can click on this link at 10:45 or 5 minutes early, and you'll be admitted to the Zoom classroom meeting. Students are not required to attend this meeting, but if you have questions, it's a good opportunity to get those questions answered. And if you can't make it during the scheduled time, you can email us using the D2L email link right up here at the top. And you could email us and request a different time if you're not available at that time. Alrighty. So we'll cover one module per week, and we'll record and post these recordings. You will need AutoCAD. You can use a student version of AutoCAD, and the information for how to get the software is located right here. You can click on this and go to the students.autodesk website and select Get Products. And then we have a video for this, and what it will do is it'll show you how to go through and register. And you can use AutoCAD. We use AutoCAD for Windows, and the school is equipped with the 2023 version of AutoCAD. You can use previous versions. It doesn't really look that much different. The textbook is right here, Technical Drawing 101. Before I go to the textbook, the installation instructions for AutoCAD is right here. And so if you click on this link, we created a video on how to go through and register and install the software. And so if we take a look at it, we go through how to get educational access and how to create the registration. Now, if you've already installed AutoCAD for a previous version or for a previous course, that's fine. You can use that. If you like to come into the classroom, you can do that as well. They have Oakton computers at both the Des Plaines and at the Skokie campus. And so these instructions show you how to download the software. If you have some difficulty or need some additional assistance, you can email us and we can help you with that. The textbook is located, and you can get the textbook by clicking on these purchase options. I prefer the digital ebooks, and so I typically use Red Shelf. But you can also get printed copies from Amazon and Barnes and Noble if you click on these links. And most students are pretty good at finding books from other publishers and things like that. And so we'll be using the Technical Drawing 101 textbook. It's a great book. It goes through both architectural and mechanical assignments. And so it's balanced in kind of general design, blending technical knowledge and AutoCAD, working with both mechanical and architectural projects. It also has a number of videos and other very helpful things for the course. We'll have in the calendar announcements, things like installing CAD, office hours, and when things are due. We'll have a weekly Zoom classroom meeting. That meeting will be every Tuesday at 10:45 using this same link. And then we have student assistance. And so if you're interested in getting additional assistance, we'll be broadcasting on Zoom at 10:45 on Tuesdays. And then we have flex time, and so on Thursdays we also have additional Zoom support. And on Mondays, students are welcome to come in as well as Saturday. I'm there typically Saturday and Sunday, as we start to update some of these. Students are welcome to come in to get additional support. But at this time, pending administrative approval, these are some of the times when you can get additional help. And if those times don't work for you, you can email us and see if there's another time that we can schedule for you. We've color-coded the course. Things in blue are for the book. Things in green are drawing lab assignments. Purple are videos. And red are exams. The first module has been released. We allow early access. And we're just going to go through some of these basic general design drawings. And so we have a couple of mechanical drawings and an architectural drawing. Here's our B-size architectural drawing, and here's the PDF of those drawings. In the content section, in the overview, we have our contact information again, when the course starts and when it ends. Here's our Zoom classroom meeting. It's the same link, and we'll be using this textbook, information about office hours and weekly Zoom meetings, which we've talked about. If we look at the syllabus is located right here. And it's basically the intermediate AutoCAD course. There isn't a prerequisite. It is recommended that you take basic AutoCAD, but we have had students successfully complete the intermediate course. It takes a little bit more work. It's the second course in AutoCAD, and we'll go through things like attributes, X references, three-dimensional drawing, creating models, and surface modeling. And we want to develop students' ability to analyze and solve problems in a lab environment using computer-assisted design and drafting, virtual lab environment. Academic integrity, we have an outline of topics. We'll be using the 101 technical drawing book. And then the 116 book is an excellent reference. And so we have this as a reference for our 117 and 118 course. Grading is straightforward, 90, 80, 70, 60. Other course information, if you need some additional resources, we have counseling available, as well as things like emergency closing procedures and information about that within the syllabus. Back to the content area. Sequence of topics. We'll be covering these different chapters as outlined here in our sequence of topics. Every week we'll cover these in a Zoom meeting. Again, blue is reading, green is CAD drawing. And so you'll read Chapter 1, Technical Drawing 101. We'll look at Module 1, and then we'll submit those drawings to Module 1. We'll look at traditional drawing tools, computer-aided basics, mechanical, architectural, section drawings. We'll have a break for Thanksgiving. And then we'll look at three-dimensional drawings and working drawings for either mechanical or architectural. We'll review in November, and we'll take and complete and wrap things up in December. Back to the content section. So we have our syllabus, we have our sequence of topics. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network, and students can virtually access an Oakton computer by using this technique of VPNing. And so if you're on a computer and you don't have AutoCAD installed, you can VPN in. You can also come in person and use some of the open labs. But this is a good solution. It doesn't require you to install the software, just have an internet connection, and then you'll be able to connect to an Oakton computer and access the AutoCAD and all the resources that we have at the college. And so you can choose the computer and log in, and that's standard policy and procedures for a number of our online courses. If you need any assistance with that, you can email us, or you can contact Oakton's help desk at 847-635-1965. All right, we'll be using title blocks, we have a pre-test, and in the pre-test, we basically want students to introduce themselves and talk a little bit about the course. Oh, I stand corrected. This is basically about some of your basic knowledge of AutoCAD. And so the pre-test will be something that we'll get started with. Back to the table of contents. And then Module 1 we'll start with on the 19th. Typically, it takes 2 weeks before we have those assignments due. We do want the pretest, and we may update this pretest prior to the course date when it starts. Typically, we'll have something in there that just introduces you and tells you about the course. And we'll use that to make sure that everybody understands how to access the course. And then Module 2 is also located here, and so you can kind of get an understanding of how the courses are laid out. We have PowerPoints, and then we have videos on how to create the drawings. And we go through those instructions, and then we recap those every week in our Zoom classroom meeting. Alrighty, back to the main splash page. Al and I are really looking forward to getting started next Tuesday. We thought we'd create this orientation video, and we'll send it out, and we'll post that in the announcements. Al, is there anything else we want to cover before I end this Zoom orientation video recording?
I don't think so. I think you did a great job, Joe. They might have a problem with AutoCAD on Mac. We can go into that later on.
That's right. It is installable on a Mac, but it does look a little bit different. And so if you are using a Mac, it will be a little bit different. Other than that, though, I think we've covered everything for the first orientation meeting. I'm going to stop the recording, and we'll post that, and look forward to talking to you next week.
See you.